All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello. Welcome back once again to Blame Your Brother, episode 120. We are back once again, delivering the freshest content in Nashville, third best podcast in Nashville as voted by the readers of the Nashville scene. So Blame Your Brother, usually there's three of us. There's two right now. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but I will go ahead and introduce myself. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson, Nick Nickum, the spiritual midget, and I'm joined by this man who sits to the left of me. It's my brother from the same mother. It's Lee.
What up, everybody? It's X1K, the one and only Ron Jeremy's bastard child, and of course, LeBron James safety pin.
That's right. Normally, we would have John over here to the right of me, but John's feeling a little bit under the weather tonight, so we're going to be doing this without him. So if you came for John, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but he's not going to be here. But we're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. If you go to Facebook Live or Periscope, you can watch us stream the show live. We do it live, all kinds of content, and it's fun. So come hang out with us Thursday nights, blameyourbrother.tv. All right, well, since John's not here, I guess we'll just get to the meat of the matter. Usually every week we offer a chance for us to apologize, take back anything we said. Without John here, it kind of loses a little bit of its sting because usually, a lot of it's directed toward him.
Oh, we can apologize for John, as usual.
Okay, so Lee, start off. Is there anything?
All right, well, I have an apology. I think I owe an apology to Kid Rock fans everywhere.
Oh.
I might have said some disparaging words about them. They're probably well-deserved, but I still shouldn't have said them. So I'm sorry, Kid Rock fans,
there you
wherever
go.
you are.
Yeah.
An apology to George H. Bush and his family.
Oh.
Might have ripped a little too hard, so rip, Also, PETA, I think John owes an apology to the world.
Oh,
honestly.
dude. I listened back to that. Wow. Go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't even repeat it.
We'll just.
If you want to know why we're apologizing for John, you're going to have to go listen to episode 119.
I mean, I listened back. I was going to make like promo art for the week based on that saying, and I listened to it, and I was like, oh, no.
You can't,
I can't put that out there. We will literally get arrested.
We should probably go delete that video right now.
It's too late.
But anyway, if you want more information on why John should apologize to PETA and the world at large, go listen to episode 119. You will not be disappointed. And I think that's probably about it. I might have said some other stuff in the Dear John segment, but honestly, I don't want to apologize for it.
Okay. And then John, you got him, me. I would like to actually apologize.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To myself.
Okay.
Because I said last week I would be a great prophet, and I would be on the Mount Rushmore with Jesus and Muhammad. I would like to apologize to myself. I will be on the Mount Rushmore by myself. There will be no other prophets joining me as we talk about tonight, as we talk about Amazon. I continue to preach to you guys, watching, listening. Amazon, they're bad. They're bad business, okay? And I tell you, when they take over the world, it will be on record in audio format that I predicted these things. They will not be able to, well, they might be able to take that away, I guess. They took over the world, but some of you will have them, So
would it be like just four sculptures of your face?
Yeah.
Would it be different poses?
Different
or
moods.
just
would
like
be good.
different?
Yeah, different
Would
moods.
you be like dressed up differently?
No, it's
like
just your head.
Or...
one would be Angry Dave. One would be Happy Dave. One would be First Mike Dave, just looking cool. He's got like some sunglasses.
Okay. That'd be near the middle, I take it.
And then the last one would be kind of introspective Dave, like he
like
just,
a hand on your chin.
Yeah, just thinking about the world's problem, put it all on his back,
Where would you want, like, obviously, would you just demolish Rushmore?
Yeah, that's done. I mean, we're sitting here. We live in a world right now where we have a bunch of old relics up everywhere. I mean, we're looking at old white guys who really came in fortune to found the country. I mean, let's just be real about it. Let's keep it honest here, okay?
Okay.
If we would have been born back then, we might have been on Mount Rushmore. We were white, privileged. We'd been doing okay. We need to tear a lot of this stuff down, and I take myself as the example of the future by saying put my face on Mount Rushmore.
So let me get this right.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to replace the old white guys
Yeah.
with an old white guy.
Well, yeah, but the old white guy. And I think like when we look at, we got a story tonight about Oprah Winfrey and the airport. We're clinging on to these old relics, you know. I'm not saying Oprah doesn't belong up there either. It's just me.
Obviously.
It's just me. So
Okay, well, I
All
can't
right.
wait to hear more about that. So I guess did you do anything cool this week? Or
this week I started back to work, so nothing has been cool at all this
So
week.
you've been off for what, 3 months, maternity leave.
Yeah.
It's a brave new world.
Paternity leave.
Paternity leave.
Thank you.
You're getting, like old white men getting 3 months of paternity leave.
I love it. Yeah. And so
How was it?
It was
Did
terrible.
they welcome you back open arms?
I mean, most people were happy to see me, I guess, but it was just, it's not fun. It's a job of drudgery and, trying to think, you just got to, it's repetition. It's discipline to do things and a task in order, deal with people. A lot of it, I'm having to readjust. So, because when you're on your own for 3 months, for the most part, you don't have a schedule. You do like a baby schedule, but you can sleep late. You can
sneak in some games of Fortnite, get some chicken dinners under your belt.
watch TV late, and now all that's out the window and you got to sit at your desk for 8 hours. So I'm not looking forward to it. I did buy my tickets to the December 28th comedy show coming up featuring Mike Owaman, Mary J. Berger, and Laura Peak. I bought my tickets, so I will be there. Are you going to be there?
I will be there. I have yet to buy my tickets because I'm still deciding if I'm going to be joined by someone and how many tickets I need to buy.
Okay. Well,
I'm hoping there will be multiple tickets there.
So we speak, like I said, Google those names or go back and check out episode 118. And there's information about the comedy show. But those three ladies are doing a comedy show, recording an album at the same time. It's going to be fun. It's a Friday night. It's after Christmas. You really don't have an excuse not to show up. So that's what I did. What about you? What did you do this week?
I did something pretty interesting I hadn't done in a long time. I went club hopping. Have you ever done this?
Back in my early days, I guess.
So we rolled out, as like a little crew or whatever. So we hit up like 4 different spots. So first spot we went was this like real urban place, had a chill vibe.
Okay.
Cool music, pretty tight, just hung out.
Brothers were in there?
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't like Whitey. It's
I
not
mean,
like Hattie B's. It's not like a product that's
No.
that says it's the black man, but you go in and it's all white people there.
No. It was definitely like an urban club, which was cool.
Where was it at? Is it next to Sabaro's downtown?
No, it was like, I think in Germantown, I want to say. But it was like, there's this organization. There's these 3 urban clothing organizations in town.
Okay.
And they've done a collaboration called For the Homies. And they all came together and they made a T-shirt.
Okay.
And the T-shirt has like this Doberman on it. You just Google For the Homies or whatever.
The number or the number?
No, it's the word.
Okay, For the Homies.
Yeah,
right.
so and they were already kind of established as like a cultural social club that puts on events. So this was, I guess, a For the Homie event. So that was cool. So then we jumped that scene, hopped in the car, took down the road, and we ended up at this. It's a hotel in downtown Nashville where it has a rooftop bar.
Okay.
And like you go in the lobby and they're like, oh, you have to wait. I'm not sure why they were making us wait. I have my ideas. It could have been the people I was with, if you catch my drift. But so they like give you a token and you have to get a token to get in the elevator. And then you go into the rooftop and it's more like what you said earlier with the
Whitey.
Yeah. Very dry, a lot of like look like rich people, I guess. I don't know.
Boys, yeah.
So then, that place was pretty dry. So we it was already getting kind of late, but we went to the disco club. I don't know if you've ever been to a disco. That's one of my more favorite places to go. I love to dance. The music is always good.
Yikes.
So after being there, my boy was like, hey man, I got this guy that does music that's having a rave down in this industrial section. So we rolled out there. It's like, one of those nights, 3:00 in the morning, rave. I don't know. Maybe you're not familiar.
I am familiar with raves, bro. I used to go.
That was it. That was the night.
So what time did you roll in?
It was probably 3:30, I would say.
Most raves go to about 6 in the morning.
Yeah, we weren't really raving. It was just kind of like people watching kind of thing,
Gotcha. Yeah. Used to do the raves for just a bit, but anyway.
But, I'm getting almost too old for that sort of stuff.
I'd say you are, yeah. I would agree with you.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I went to a fancy party before before this recording started.
Was
My
anyone
wife's
wearing like that certain color shorts or whatever and boat shoes? What is it?
well, no,
Salmon colored shorts is what I'm thinking.
well, this was more a little bit older crowd, but definitely well-to-do people. And literally, I'm turning into their subdivision. The subdivision is called Fountainhead Subdivision. So I don't know if people are familiar with the book Fountainhead or who it was written by. It was written by Ayn Rand, whatever you want to say. And the book pretty much promotes what a lot of libertarians have clung to is the idea of her objectivism, which states that your goal in life is to take care of yourself primarily, and through that, it will help other people. So it's pretty much a guide.
Was that what the party was?
I would say it was people.
Well, what kind of activities did they have?
Oh, it was just wine and cheese.
Just wine and cheese.
And like,
what was the event for? Christmas?
A Christmas party and imported beers and things like that. I mean, it is what you thought it would be.
How do you know these people?
My wife works with them.
Okay.
It's her office party, and so it very whitest crowd.
So did you talk to anyone, or did you just hang out in the bathroom the whole time?
I kind of hung out by myself a little. I mean, I talked to people I recognized from last year's party, but I wasn't having like deep conversations with. Not
what kind of conversations did you have?
I didn't really have. I mean, just like, hey, how's it going?
Wow, that's lame.
A lot of them like, how's the baby doing?
Okay.
Blah blah blah. You know,
that's it.
Would
you wish they had not said anything to you?
Oh no, I mean it's fine if they want to talk.
Was there something else you wish you would have gotten into, like politics or religion?
I mean, we've done that before.
At the well-to-do party?
Yeah.
You just didn't feel like...
Well, like the younger people are a lot more progressive than the older people. And so there's a rift in this group of people where a lot of people voted for Trump. I mean, they won't say it out loud probably. And then you have this younger people that work there that hate Trump.
All.
Yeah, they hate Trump. So but anyway, I just thought it was not Fountainhead.
Normally
it's like owning it, dude. Like it's like basically going, yeah, this is a rich neighborhood.
Well, she didn't come up with the term Fountainhead, just so you know.
Who?
Anne Ryan.
But that's what the book is about.
Right, but they didn't name the place after the book.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
It has a huge fountain out front of it.
No.
Are you sure?
Dude, it's named after the book 100%.
100%.
90%.
Okay.
90%.
I don't think it was.
I think it
But normally you're the kind of person that goes to a party with a pitchfork and you're like poking the people into each other.
Not at this party.
No.
Not with
you had to be on your best behavior.
I mean, these are people she works with, so that'd be a little bit strange, but I end up at a lot of these fancy parties, you know, where it's well-to-do people, and I don't know, it's just kind of stuffy. I mean,
why don't you like get like a monocle and a top hat and like a cane?
I should
start showing up in a bow tie, like fake a English accent or something.
Should, but they all know me, so it'd be a little bit weird.
That's perfect. Even better. Better.
I guess they wouldn't say anything. You're right. It would be a little bit weird. Like I said, they're nice people. And I've said this before on the show. I think most people are nice. They're trying to do what's best for the world. I think we all just disagree what that is. But anyway.
Okay. That's a fair point.
So what was your favorite club? Or was it the performance?
So, yeah, I always go for the disco, man. Like,
wait, so you went to a hip-hop club.
Right.
A stuffy white boy party.
A rooftop
white party.
On a hotel.
Sounds very like there were pitchforks up there. Then you went to disco and then you saw some dude perform.
No, it was a rave.
Oh, rave. Sorry. Was he the DJ?
No. He owned a recording studio there or something. I'm not really sure.
So your favorite was disco?
Oh, for sure.
Why do you dance?
Oh, yes.
You dance?
I love to dance.
Wow. I hate dancing.
I love to dance. To the right music, but really any is good, I guess. Just to get lost in the music, you know, leave all your cares behind.
I hate to dance. So the disc, my favorite one.
What about dancing? Do you not enjoy?
I just don't like it. I mean, it's just kind of goofy. Like do. I mean, if I'm like drunk enough, sure I'm dancing. But
I guess I'm just goofy, so that works.
You know me. I'm not a dancer. You know,
right. Well,
maybe a lover, but it ain't no dancer. Okay, like the Beatles said. That's what's up.
Okay, well, nothing left to be said about that, I guess.
All right. So anything else going on?
Not really.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
End the show. All
life.
right. If you want to go to the website, blame you.
If only we had John here to like fill in something exciting that he did.
That extra part.
Maybe you could like act like you're John.
Oh, we did go to John's baby shower. Speaking of John, I did. You didn't go.
I just assume all baby showers are for females only.
Wow. Okie doke. Well, we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Let me find the button. Here we go.
Is that really that misogynistic?
Misogyny alert.
It's more.
I
Misogyny alert.
assumed that all baby showers were just for the ladies. I mean,
Okay,
are
let-
you filling John's void here with this stuff, bro?
Let me back up. Let me back up for a second. Let
Okay,
me
go ahead.
put that in context. Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't want to go to baby showers,
Okay.
so I try to find an excuse not to go, and that's the excuse I use.
That's not what you said.
I
though.
feel like when we were young, baby showers were mainly a female event. Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe I was just. Maybe our dad didn't want to go, and that's what he told me.
I'm not saying a lot. It is primarily probably women, but this is like our best friend, man. We should have went.
Well, then we should have like a.
Well, he's not
you know,
your best friend.
Let's not have a baby shower. Let's have like a baby roast or something, you know?
But I mean, yeah, he's not your best friend. I forget. Like if your best friend had a baby shower, you would probably go.
No, I don't think I went to any of my friends' baby
Well,
showers. I
Uh,
barely went to mine. I tried to get out of it.
I feel like you were at mine.
I'm sure I tried to get out of it.
Okay.
I promise you.
Well, anyway,
I just don't enjoy them.
So I went to John's
How was it?
baby shower. I mean, it was all right. You know, it was mainly people I knew, and then there was people he worked with, and it was all right.
Well,
you know.
my wife went.
Yeah, she definitely was
So,
there.
yeah.
So
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it was a baby shower. You know, it was a John baby shower. There were no, it was no games. Just ate food, hung out, talked. Saw us.
Say that one more time.
It was a John baby shower. We hung
There was
out.
no game.
No games.
It's like my favorite part of a baby shower.
Yeah, they opened the presents. Had decent food. Was there? The ladies at the hotel made it. It was really good. So
That's good. That's good.
all right.
If you're out there listening, John, I hope you had fun.
Well, let's get into things we talked about this week, about the show, on social media, all that good stuff. I've been on this kick, when I was at home with the baby. I've told the story. I was watching TBS late at night, and it was Seinfeld. Great. Like I'm either watching
Nonstop.
Seinfeld or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, give me one of those two shows, and I'm good to go. Then I noticed Seinfeld was ending, and it was followed up by Friends, and I thought that was the biggest drop-off of quality in the history of this planet. I just don't understand it. It would be like listening to pick the greatest, like the Beatles for an hour, and then you listen to Nickelback for an hour. It's not right. It shouldn't go in that order.
Some people like Nickelback.
That's not true. So nobody listens to this show likes Nickelback. I will see. I'd like people to hit me up if you like Nickelback and you listen to this program. But anyway, then I started going, Friends is not a good show. Friends is, I know this upsets one of our listeners, but it is essentially to me the Big Bang Theory of its time. It's a show that a lot of people, I know a lot of people don't think this, but a lot of people love Big Bang Theory. I know me and Lee, we despise it, but it is one of the most popular shows. I think Friends is the same way. I think it was just a popular show. I don't think it was very good. So we took a poll. We took it to the streets of Twitter and Facebook, and we said, is Friends a good show? Yes or no? So we got the Twitter poll, and we see with an overwhelming majority, 62% say bad show. Okay.
Well, they just said it wasn't. Oh, I guess
And that's
they
out
did
of
say bad
that's
show.
out of 29 votes. So that means, more than 15, I would say, voted against it. Okay.
So what do you have against Friends?
I just said it's not a good show, and they're
But
shoving it down
can't-
our face.
You can't just say it's not a good show. You
It's-
have to have some supporting facts.
It's poorly written. It's a bunch of rich white people living in New York. Like, who cares? Like, we'll get to the comments in a second. Why people thought it was dumb as well for me. Then we took it to Facebook. We had, I don't know how many people, 12 votes on this one. 58% said good show. 42% said bad show. That was
So they won.
on Facebook. But the numbers, if you add them all together, bad show. So if you take all the numbers, a bad show, convincingly. Now, I put it out there to the people. Is this good or bad? Please flip to the next one. I said, tell me, is this good or it's bad? Okay. So we'll start with the Girl Beer Sports Podcast said, was never into Friends. Not that it's a bad show, I guess, but it's just never been my thing. I was always more of a Seinfeld fan. Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
River said, well, that's the wrong thing from River. River said, not a good, while the article by Adam, who wrote an article at our site, blameyourbrother.net, go check it out. While the article by Adam is amazing as always, he has not convinced me that Friends is just an overrated, mediocre sitcom. Society and peer pressure have tried to convince us that it is good and to feel bad if we disagree. That I should have sent that tweet out. That sums up my feelings so much. So then we had some more people. We had
It's a fun, easy show,
Yeah, just read some of them.
non-complicated. Is it the greatest show? Absolutely not. It's not even my top favorite, but it is enjoyable and good. IMO, yes, I like randomly watching an episode, and there's always a Friends reference somewhere. IRL.
in real
I
life,
think that's
yeah.
fair. I feel like that's a fair comment.
What are Friends references? Like,
If you've watched the show, I'm sure there's stuff that Ross has said, or there's a reoccurring theme. I've literally watched one show of Friends on my own, and
Yeah.
I've caught some episodes while other people were watching it. I don't particularly care for the show,
Okay.
but you seem to think it's like horrible. But how many seasons did
well,
it
keep
have?
reading. There's more.
How many seasons of Friends, were
Friends
there?
is the milk toast of TV shows. That comes from Alice of Computer and Minx.
What does that even mean?
Milk toast means it's bland, it's boring, it's like the middle of the road. It's just milk toast.
I think people like that though.
Then we had from Canada, Mandy from Canada. I love Friends. I never missed an episode when it was on TV. I own the series on DVD. Easy top 5 of mine.
Okay, so people say the same thing about Seinfeld, though. There's a lot of people who say that
no.
Seinfeld is not a good show.
No.
They don't get it. The clothes they wear are dated.
It's younger
The
people that are dumb. Okay, I'm just going to tell you now. The younger people, they're dumb. Now, there may be a few people that fall outside that just doesn't hit their comedy bone, and I'm okay with that. But the majority of people, they love Seinfeld. Okay, so I asked if we were on Friends, if the three amigos, John, Lee, and David, were on Friends, who would be who? And they said John would be Ross 100%. You know who that is?
Yes.
David Schwimmer. Said David would be Chandler, and Lee is Phoebe. So there you go.
Is it Phoebe or Phoebe?
Phoebe.
Phoebe?
Phoebe's like the one that played the guitar and stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's just,
I kind of feel like Phoebe was like the quirky odd one, so I'm
Yes.
okay with that.
yeah, she was.
So Chandler, are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that. If I
So
had to,
you've seen a fair amount of these.
I've seen more than enough. Yeah.
Why would you watch this?
Well, at the time, John used to watch it, so I watched it. I remember actually they played a few episodes in class one day. I don't know why our psychology teacher let us watch it in class, and so I watched 2 episodes. And I've seen it it's on, like you said, it's on TV every once in a while. And I think I watched episodes here and there. I'm thinking I just think I did for some odd reason. I don't know. Maybe my girlfriend was watching at the time. I think so. So I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so let's break this down with science.
Okay.
What are, in your opinion, good shows? Like, name some good shows and see
Of
if
all
we can.
time,
Oh, sure,
of that quality, or just any show? So,
any
okay.
show that's good.
Seinfeld,
Seinfeld,
Cheers,
Cheers. I don't know about that.
The
but okay.
Wire,
The Wire.
Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
The Good Place is out
The
currently. Is good.
Play, I don't know.
It's a
I've
good
never
show.
heard that one. So do these have any
Sopranos.
themes? Are there any themes running in
The
here?
Mad Men. No, they're just good. They're well-written shows.
They're just well-written
You can
shows.
make a good comedy. Like Arrested Development is a comedy that is fantastic, without a laugh track, without goofiness to it.
Did Friends have a laugh track?
Oh yes,
For sure.
Oh
God,
yeah,
I hate it already.
Oh man, come on.
I feel like laugh
mean,
tracks are pretty
Someone
bad.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it had a laugh track. More comments. It's not bad. It's just not good. It just nonsense. Pop soap opera. I didn't like it. It's fine. Ask me about Seinfeld. Friends is meh. That's my
Okay,
whole point.
I love
Most people.
I love Friends when it was on the air. Still, but it had some problematic themes. Looking back, what problematic themes did it have?
Well, who said that?
Cooter and Minx.
Oh, I don't think they liked the way that Ross treated Jennifer Aniston's character.
Okay.
I don't know, man. What were the themes? It was the white world. I mean, there was
I don't really know.
There wasn't any minority characters on the show, which is a bit odd. Even at the time, it's like, come on. Even Seinfeld had like bit characters, you know. I mean,
Right.
come on. It's just weird. I just say this is the problem, and I think this was society. And River, super producer of the show, said the same thing. It's almost like Game of Thrones today, where people, if you don't watch it, they're like, "Oh, you don't watch that show, man? Oh, you're dumb, dude." Like, all right, man, because I don't want to watch stupid dragons flying around. I mean, come on.
I think like a lot of people just liked it because of the theme song. Like they were hypnotized into hearing that and watching them play in that fountain, and they just knew good times were ahead.
Now I went to New York and did see that fountain.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, it was
weren't
like taking pictures. Yeah, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's almost like brainwashing.
Yeah.
The laugh track, the theme song.
Sarah of Count My Pod said she hates the theme song more than anything. It's one of the worst songs ever written.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean, I think if you associate it with the show, maybe
It's a good song, but it was ruined by the show for sure.
we just got to put this to bed. It was not a good show.
I don't like it.
Even the people that don't hate it like I do are like,
Well, what about the people that really love it?
it's mediocre. Well, there's more people that said it's mediocre, and there's more people that said it's not a good show, according to the poll. I didn't go in there.
It's kind of like
times.
it's kind of like you should eat your vegetables, but people love desserts, right?
No, because vegetables are good for you. Friends is
Or
bad
it's like
for you.
not filling. It's not nutritional, and like Friends fills that space. It's like easy. It's
Friends
fun.
is like junk food that you don't need. It's,
right, exactly. But you love it.
But
at
it
the
don't
same
even taste
time.
good. It's like that bad junk food. People like dark chocolate. You're like, what are you doing eating dark chocolate, dude? It's terrible. Get it out of here. That's Friends. Dark chocolate.
Friends is dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So-
think you're giving Friends a little too much on that one.
Dark chocolate's the worst. You like dark chocolate?
Not in particular.
I mean, when we were little, those got tossed out like the Hershey's dark chocolate. Don't even buy
But
them.
there's people that absolutely like. I work with a guy that insults anyone that eats milk chocolate,
Well, he's a dope.
and he says he only eats dark chocolate.
He's a hipster.
He kind of is.
No, 100%. Yeah. I can only imagine his coffee habits. Oh, God.
I think he drinks tea mainly.
Yeah, I can see that. So friends,
anyway.
we're calling it. It's done. It's not a good show. The discussion's over with, okay? We're done with it.
Okay. One more discussion on it.
Okay.
Where would you rate like the Big Bang Theory in relation to Friends? Like which one comes out ahead there?
Oh, Friends. Big Bang is pretty bad. I mean, if you don't remember 2.5 Men, that's where like Big Bang Theory is. Like this would kind of be like How I Met Your Mother. It reminds me of kind of that show as well.
Okay.
Overrated show. Overrated. Not that great. It's kind of that.
I feel like all those are good points. Like the 2.5 Men.
Yeah. That's where it's at.
How I
So,
Met Your Mother.
so
Even
fine.
like, but you even mentioned Cheers. I feel like Cheers is very much like
Oh,
Friends.
no.
In a lot of ways,
Come
yeah.
on. Well, better written characters,
I don't
better
know about
themes of the show, better love story. I mean, the love story is what people like this show about. Would Ross and Rachel end up together? And then she ends up with Joey at some point, which is really weird.
In this graphic you have, it looks like they all shacked up with
Well,
one another anyway.
Well, two of them are related, so I hope not. I mean, Ross
Well,
and
yeah.
Rachel, but
No
I mean,
kink
Ross
shaming
and
here.
Monica. Well, anyway.
Okay, I'll tell you one show that probably might be close to this that I can't remember the name, but it was based out of an airport in Nantucket.
Oh, Wings.
Wings.
Oh, Wings was funny though. I laughed at Wings. Wings was actually
That's
funny.
like an underrated show. It
yeah,
got me
very
thinking
underrated.
of like
Got
what's
Tony
a-
Shalhoub in it before he did Monk.
There you go.
So,
There you go. All right. Well,
all right. Well, moving on. We got stories this week. Do you want to offer any commentary real quick on Mr. Trump? Is the impeachment coming? Because they said today, I read that they say inside people are saying that he is worried very much that he's about to get
he
impeached.
should be, right?
You tell me. Explain to me why.
So I've told you this has been coming for a long time.
Okay, go ahead.
So everyone's turning on him, right? Like
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You know when Fox News starts building an anti-Trump narrative, that the dude is in trouble. Okay, and they're already like Fox News is turning on Trump now.
No.
Yes, they can't do it overnight. They have to slowly build it up. People are like making fun of him because of the wall. They're starting to build this narrative that Donald Trump overpromised and underdelivered, so that they can have their Republican candidate in the next election or whatever happens.
Is it going to be Pence?
Who knows? Who knows?
So
But here's the thing. So the National Enquirer, AMI,
Yeah.
they had a safe with a bunch of documents and stuff, stories that they buried. They handed all that over. So all that's come out where the Playboy story, that's all true.
I know it's true.
Michael Cohen, he squealed on him.
What
and
is
then
he
Donald
supposed
Trump
So he just paid off.
immediately-
Wait, he paid off porn stars and Playboy models. Is that really what it's about?
Some people are even saying that he used campaign money to do so.
And that's what I mean. That's impeachable.
I mean, I
let's
don't
be
know
honest.
the legality of that, but let's say that you had voted for a candidate that used your donation money to pay off.
I don't think his supporters mind. I think they should go to the supporters and go, "Hey, did you mind he did that? Do you think most Trump supporters mind he did that?" I tell you, answers no.
But
100%.
should they?
I mean, number one, let's not act like this has never been done before on some scale. People have been paid not to talk in campaigns, like for a long time. this isn't like the first time. This is a guy that the media hates, and so they start digging into it, and this is what they uncovered. And
Really?
probably didn't take too much to find it.
Okay, well,
truthfully.
there's definitely collusion with the Russian government.
Well,
they have that.
Is that proven?
Yes, they're
No,
just,
he'd be arrested
no,
right now.
But that's the thing. That's not the way politics work, unfortunately. This stuff is going to be dragged on. But here, I just want to say a couple of things. First off, everything that guy wrote in that dossier, that intelligence foreign, is pretty much proven true.
Okay.
And he's got a good track record. And the one thing that he wrote was that there is a tape of Donald Trump peeing on a prostitute.
Dude.
And whatever happens, I just want to see that video. That's the only thing.
Do you ever think that would be released?
If they find it, they should.
So,
Yes.
so
I
then, in
hope
your
so.
opinion, minus the collusion, which you definitively don't have proof on, but 100% now.
They have proof of that.
We know that he.
They have proof
but
of
we
that.
know
It's
he paid.
going to come out in the next couple of weeks to months.
Today, he paid those ladies to talk. We know that. Okay. Do you think the man should be impeached? Do you think he should be impeached for that?
For using campaign money to.
Yes.
It's not behavior that I would want any.
Would you want him impeached for that? Is the question.
They
You would.
impeached
So
Bill Clinton
You were for that.
for less.
Were you for? Well, I don't know. Perjury is like a felony, so I don't know about that. But
I'm pretty sure that he's perjured at this point.
okay. But so did you want Clinton impeached when it happened?
No, that's my boy.
Okay. So there. All right. Do you think it's honestly? I mean, I ask you something. Do you think it's really coming in the next 2 weeks?
Oh, he's yeah.
In 2 weeks, when we record this show,
2
episode
weeks?
122, you tell me the impeachment. Proceedings
they'll
will-
probably wait till after the first of the year.
Okay.
A lot of people are saying that even if they do impeach him, that they're not
Senate's not
they're
going
not
to
going to do it until the end of the term.
And they need both. The Senate is Republican. So, okay. All right. Well, anyways, we got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame coming out this year. We talked about it last year. Struck some people the wrong way at the time. But last year, people got in Kiss and NWA and a few other people. So we're looking at the people that are getting in this year. Why don't you go ahead and scroll down, get your opinion on some
Did
of
I
these
just
bands.
see Kid Rock? Is that who I saw?
I mean, yes, performing. He's not getting in the Rock. Okay, so the first band that gets in this year is Radiohead. What are your thoughts on Radiohead?
They had like one good album.
No.
Maybe two.
Bull-
Right?
No.
Well, you tell me.
I mean, their first. I love their first album.
This says The Cure is actually the first.
The Cure.
Okay. Which one will you say is better band, Radiohead or The Cure?
Oh, Radiohead, 100%.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
A lot of people would probably
Radiohead is one of my favorite bands.
But people would say Radiohead wouldn't even exist without The Cure.
I mean, dude. I mean, we could go down. I mean, maybe certain guitar players wouldn't exist without Ted Nugent. I mean, what does that mean? You know.
But I would say The Cure is more influential as a band than Radiohead is.
No,
without a doubt. The Cure?
For this modern era of bands.
Are you kidding? They pretty much set the entire tone of an entire generation of music.
Influential. They've had more time. But there are bands out there, after Radiohead hit, they followed their model for success. It's like smaller indie bands.
There was like one major band that was influenced by Radiohead.
Who?
It was the...
Muse.
No, it was like the people that played the drums or something. I don't know.
Dude, the Muse is heavily influenced by Radiohead. There's a bunch of bands.
I would say the Muse is better than Radiohead for that matter.
No, Radiohead, OK Computer is the perfect album, which is followed before that by The Bends, which is a perfect album. And then you have Kid A, which is an amazing album. I mean, you put those three albums together right there, dude. You could literally take The Bends and OK Computer, and that's it. And that's all you have.
Off of it.
And that's it. They'd be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, if you ask me, just for that.
I feel like Radiohead's the kind of band that like you like to cut yourself, you know?
No,
like you're a cutter.
they're much more. No, they're not like that's The Cure you're talking about.
No,
Radiohead's very like cerebral, and it's got all these crazy sounds going, and the themes and the lyrics, and everything sounds sonically amazing. I like The Cure. I like them. I don't love them. Am I saying they belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Sure, they do, of course.
Okay, well, let's move on. Let's
Who
see
do you like
else.
better, Cure or Radiohead? Okay, Def Leppard, dude. Now, come on. Now, you got to be kidding me. You know.
How could you have a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame without Def Leppard in it?
Why would you have Def Leppard in the
Well,
Rock and
didn't
Roll
they
Hall
have
of
like
Fame?
a one-armed drummer? That alone is...
See, Def Leppard's that band where you like the songs, like you're out at the club and pour some sugar. You're like, all right, man, yeah, Def Leppard. band's not to be taken seriously. These guys.
It's a different
okay,
time.
Is Poison in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I don't know. Is Motley Crue? If not,
They will be.
well, they're in now.
They will be.
I just hate hair metal, truthfully. I
Okay,
mean,
well, that probably has some bearing on it.
I like Def Leppard, though. Don't get me wrong. I do like Def Leppard, but you're saying, are they on the echelon of bands in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I would say no.
I personally am not putting like a Def Leppard CD in my car and going down
Right.
the road. I'm not streaming Def Leppard.
Right.
I don't have the Def Leppard radio station in any of my playlists. Okay, Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. I mean, what can you say?
Janet Jackson is probably my second favorite artist on the list this year.
Okay.
I love Janet Jackson.
Yeah, Janet
Some of
Jackson's
her
great.
music is delicious.
And, you know, what's crazy is she's pulled out of the entire Jackson whirlwind of mess somehow. I mean, as far as we know, she seems to be doing pretty good. I mean, she's,
right.
you know, still alive.
But Janet Jackson is the kind of, it's like there's different music for different things, right? Like
Right.
Def Leppard, like you said, you're in your cups at a party. Woo,
Right,
play
yeah,
some Def
for
Leppard.
sure.
The Cure, I don't even know. But there's one thing that Janet Jackson music is good for.
What?
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Boning.
I'll let you figure that one out.
All right.
Okay, moving on. Stevie Nicks.
As a solo artist now, not
As a solo artist.
not as Fleetwood Mac.
I would say put her in there 3 or 4 times.
I mean, she's obviously talented. I'm not gonna say.
I mean, can you really divorce Stevie Nicks from
Well,
Fleetwood Mac?
she had a solo career.
I know
though.
she did, but
Not
still.
really. No, she is Fleetwood Mac. So okay, put her. I don't care. Put her
Yeah,
in.
look, Stevie Nicks is amazing. An amazing.
We're gonna rank
artist.
all these at the end. Okay.
Stevie Nicks is an
All right.
amazing artist.
All right.
She's number 1 for me.
Radiohead. Who
Okay, we already talked about
Okay.
Radiohead. Look at them; they got their little graphics
Radiohead.
in the
Then
background.
Creep alone. I mean, come on.
Okay,
It's everyone's favorite song. Roxy Music. I don't know much about them. I know they're in the '80s, and I couldn't tell you one thing about them, truthfully.
they're from Britain, I believe.
Song?
It's very.
Do we have a song?
Yeah, like what? There's one. Oh, say wait or something. I don't know.
Oh, is that it?
I don't know. It's very like dry music in my opinion. Like just him standing around droning. You know,
I don't know their songs. I mean, I'm trying to look here. Okay, anyways.
like when your edgy move is to put on a bow tie with a leather jacket. You know,
Is that why they're in their style? Because that's on their Wikipedia page. Like,
I'm
oh, they got
sure
style.
I don't know. If you like Roxy music, this is probably one of those cases where they've just been put off for so long. They usually reserve a slot for someone that didn't get in previously. You know.
Do they? I don't know. If that's
Okay,
even-
and the Zombies.
Zombies, you know, 1960s, 50 band. I mean, they were influential with their harmonies and pop tunes. You know, I couldn't tell you much about the Zombies. Everything I know, I just told you right there. But
A lot of people say they're very influential.
so Happy
and-
Together? Is that the Zombies? No,
Yeah,
I have no idea.
maybe.
I don't know. Anyway,
I can't rattle off zombie songs, but I know people that love the Zombies.
okay.
So I don't.
All right.
Okay, so you're going Radiohead number 1,
Number one without a doubt.
without a doubt. So I'm going Stevie Nicks number 1.
Okay.
I'll go Janet Jackson number 2.
Okay.
Are you going Stevie Nicks number 2?
No, I'm going The Cure number 2.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Then for
Radiohead?
you, I will put Radiohead above The Cure just for you. You
Okay,
convinced
that's
me.
fine,
You changed my
that's
mind.
So I'm going Radiohead, Cure,
Right.
Stevie Nicks,
Okay.
Janet Jackson, Def Leppard, and then the other two.
I just refuse to rate anyone past Radiohead and The Cure.
Okay.
It's whatever.
So
at that
you're number
point.
1, Stevie Nicks, Janet Jackson, Radiohead, and The Cure, and then Def Leppard.
That's it.
All right. There you go. Well, let us
Well,
know.
I'm not putting Def Leppard last.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm
No, we're
definitely
d-
putting Def Leppard above Roxy Music.
No. Roxy Music and Zombies are not in.
I think I would put Zombie.
You couldn't name 3 zombie tunes.
But
How
I've
can you put
listened
them
to a
in-
lot of Zombies just because I can't.
Come on, that's dumb.
I would rather listen to the Zombies than the Def Leppard at my
Def Leppard
current.
Hysteria is a good album.
I know people say that.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not
Anyway.
Hall of Fame.
So not necessarily the best.
Oh, Radiohead, that being in there, it makes it one of the best ever. And I know people listen don't like Radiohead. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Put on Kid A, put on some headphones, sit back in a chair, and just relax and enjoy
I've done
It's
it.
amazing. Kid A,
I got a little bored,
man,
honestly.
the beginning song just hits every sonic nerve of your brain.
But which Beatle album is your favorite?
Abbey Road.
Okay, well, that's what I was gonna say. So there's hope for you. Yeah.
Radiohead is like the Beatles of their time, you know?
I thought that was the brothers, the Gallagher
Oasis.
brothers.
Oasis is the young Beatles. Radiohead's the later years Beatles.
Okay, sure. All right, you have anything else to say about the Rock and Roll Hall
I'll
of
probably
Fame?
upset a lot of people with that statement.
Let's hope so.
Okay. Radiohead. I love them. One of my favorite bands.
Okay, well,
okay.
Moving
All
on.
right. What else we got in the
You want to talk a
news?
little Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. Okay, we got some comments on this. I'll bring them up as well. Now, Kevin Hart, do you know the story of Mr. Kevin Hart?
I do. So he was, is it the Oscars or the Grammys? I can't remember.
The Oscars.
So he was invited to host the Oscars, and he was super excited about it. People were super excited about it. And then someone went and got the shovel and started digging around on Twitter.
Right.
And pulled up some of his old tweets.
So some of his old tweets read, yo, if my son comes home and tries to play with my daughter's dollhouse, I'm going to break it over his head and in my voice say, stop, that's gay. That's one tweet.
Okay.
Second tweet, and a lot of people, that's the main tweet that got him in trouble. All right.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Okay. Tweet 2, okay, I'm just now waking up and I'm in a good mood, so I think I'm going to go to the gym and get big. No homo. Now, we've talked about no homo a lot on the program.
I wouldn't say a lot, but sure. I think
we've
we've talked about it
I wouldn't
once.
say a lot, true. But come on, everyone says that. Like,
no, not everyone says that.
a lot of guys say it. Fair to say? A lot of bros,
Well, let's
bros.
read. I want to get into this.
Bros and the
more.
brothers say it for sure.
Okay, let's get into
Last
it.
one, laughing LMAO at all the women asking me where the pic is. I'm not passing along a pic of a naked man. That would make me gay by association.
Okay.
All right. So those are the tweets, and once somebody drugged those up, the person has been unnamed. I don't know who it is. Some people think it's
But
Russian bots.
Even when so this wasn't the first controversy. I believe when he first posted that he got a lot of flack for it.
And I think he apologized back then.
Kind of. So he went and he apologized, but then he said, like, basically, even though I'm apologizing, I still stand by what I said, basically.
Okay.
So, like, apology, no apology. Do apology, no apologies count?
We do them all the time.
But do they count?
I don't think so. Not technically.
So, like, if you were truly sorry, wouldn't you go in there and delete that tweet?
That is a question people have asked.
So those tweets are still out there today,
how many
or did he
tweets
eventually delete them?
I don't know. They're probably still there. He said he's not taking them down. He said he's a comedian. Okay, anyway, we'll get to it. So
do you think any of those tweets were said as a joke? I don't think the waking up. I don't think the last one.
I think
were
they're all
jokes.
jokes.
The first one could have been a joke. Whatever. Whether you find jokes about that sort of subject matter funny or not is personal opinion.
I wish John was here. I really do right now. Because I think he would have much to say on this. But because
he himself
he's
has
made
been
these
backed
jokes.
into-
He's made these jokes.
He said things that weren't even jokes. Very similar.
Yeah. Okay.
The disappointment cannon.
Right. So first off, we got to start with what we understand here. Now, are we going to start judging every comedian? Let's just start with comedians. Are we going to go back and we're going to pull everything every comedian has ever said and hold that against them moving forward at events and things like that?
Welcome to the new world. Yes.
I mean, are we going?
If you're going to put stuff out in a digital format for everyone to consume, people are going to consume it. Surprise. And you will be held accountable for it.
Now, what happened is Nick Cannon found these tweets, and so then he started tweeting other people's accounts, Sarah Silverman, Amy Schumer, where they had mentioned the F word before.
Ooh, how controversial.
And so then he's like, wait a second.
Okay, the man in one tweet not only talks about child abuse, but anti-gay homophobic statements. That's
true.
a little bit different.
I mean, but
slightly.
You don't,
when you say
you don't think male comedians back 15 years ago, black comedians, I know the answer. We're not making gay jokes. They all were 100%.
Okay, that's
in the
fine.
movie Friday After Next, okay, the third Friday, there is a bit where
the third Friday.
Who's the
third
little guy?
Third Friday.
Third Friday. Who's the little guy? He's a comedian. Cat Williams.
Okay.
The bit is Cat Williams gets raped by Terry Crews. That's like a running bit.
I've actually seen that.
It's a running bit of the movie. That is homophobic as can be. That this big guy that just got out of jail is going to rape him. People still watch the movie, man. They love the Friday franchise. Okay.
Not as much as the first one.
No, but they still love it. Okay, people like that movie. You can talk to them. You know what scene I'm talking about already. You don't think that's homophobic?
He has like a pair of pliers on someone's testicles or something, and he's walking around with it.
Yeah,
because he's a pimp or something.
Yes,
and Terry Crews comes after him.
Yeah, he rapes him. Yeah,
but he doesn't because he has the pliers.
Oh, okay. Well, he's going to. He's attempted rape. Okay, so anyway.
So, yeah, it's one of those subject matters. Some people are going to find that sense of humor funny and some are not.
Right. So,
but regardless, Friday 3 will never be asked to host the Oscars, okay? So here's the thing.
Okay.
He was given the chance to, like, apologize and scrub this stuff, and he didn't.
But
he says, I'm not going to apologize. So the Oscars are like, well, Okay, well then you're not going to host the Oscars.
Jimmy Kimmel used to host the freaking Man Show. Now, there are gay jokes out the wazoo on that one, 100% guaranteed. There's girls bouncing on trampolines.
Sure.
The Juggies were their nicknames. There's all kinds of misogynistic jokes in there. Why was that not held against Jimmy Kimmel? Why does
It's
no
a
one...
different time and place.
A different time and place, man.
Obviously,
It's
no one was
recorded.
dicking up Twitter. Nobody brought it out and had a problem.
All
with
right,
it.
so the man makes some jokes on Twitter, okay? And just like your guy, the Guardians of the Galaxy, we talked about this last week. It's actually happened right after we ended the show. I just think it's crazy. Like, I mean, you knew who Kevin Hart was at the time you picked him. Let's not act like you didn't know who the comedian was, okay? The industry obviously knew who he was, and they should have done their fact checking, or maybe they did.
I don't think it works like that, but sure.
In this day and age, it has to work.
I think like Kevin Hart had applied, he has an agent.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart is a hustler.
They picked him.
Kevin Hart probably hustles more than any male comedian out there. Period.
And then if someone said, the guy on Saturday Night Live said they're going after Kevin Hart. He's one of our cleanest comedians. The next guy, the next cleanest guy to him is serving. He's busy for the next 3 to 10 years. And it was a picture of Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's
so
funny.
Kevin Hart, it is very good. He said,
but I mean that joke
he did
alone.
better than me. Yeah,
but see, that's the thing. Like, I always err on the side of comedians get the pass.
Okay.
If you don't like the humor, okay, I understand that. Like the humor, homophobic humor, child abuse humor, rape humor. Like, not everyone is going to enjoy that. It's very adult themes.
But can you laugh at it if you understand? Can you laugh at something even when you know it's wrong? If it's
That's
funny?
my point, is that the humor is a way of dealing with these hard issues. But I think the problem that people have with Kevin Hart is like, he's coming back and saying, I'm not really joking about that. Like, I really don't want my son to be gay.
Well,
and if he really was, I would beat his ass. It would probably be a Kevin Hart thing he would say.
I don't think he would say that.
Or something to that degree.
I don't think he said that at all.
What I'm saying is, like, Kevin Hart isn't really joking about these topics.
You think he would beat his child if his son was gay?
Do you think someone would?
In the country?
Yes.
Well, of course they would.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why is it so hard to believe that Kevin Hart wouldn't?
Well, he just doesn't seem like that kind of guy from all the public appearances he makes.
I don't really.
I don't
follow Kevin Hart. I don't really like his humor, so I don't watch a lot of Kevin Hart.
I've just seen Black Twitter has definitely discussed this quite a bit, and it's been some interesting aspects.
What did they say?
Of one guy just saying, "Hey, we've been raised homophobic our entire life, in the culture we lived in. So when this guy is caught doing this, you punish him by taking something away instead of
giving him the pass,
having a conversation." I keep saying this. Have a conversation with the guy. Don't sit there.
They had a conversation, and he said, "I'm not taking the tweet down, and I'm apologizing, but not apologizing for it."
A conversation is not tweets and emails and back.
It was an interview. It was a literal dialogue between two people.
Sit down at a table and let's get real. Let's talk without.
We have like a fireside chat hosted by Kevin Hart.
I think. I remember one thing Obama did. And I don't think it was done right, but when there was tension between the black community and police officers, he had the beer summit. I thought that was a great idea. I wasn't there. I don't know what was talked about, but I think in principle, great idea. We should be sitting down more often and going, Kevin Hart, do you understand why people are offended by this? And then if he says, no, it's up to you educate him.
Right, maybe.
And if
I think it's a good idea.
If he grew up in that environment, how much stock can really?
But okay, but saying I grew up in that environment just is not a pass, though.
Okay.
You have to show remorse and you have to show growth.
Well,
you have to show understanding in order to be awarded hosting the Oscars. You can't just be like, YOLO, that's how I was born.
I just think you got to give people a chance.
Cash me outside.
We grew up in an environment that's obviously different than the environment we're living in today. And our dad grew up in a worse environment than what we were raised in. Like, it's incremental changes sometimes. You think you're going to change a man's opinion of his entire life one time? It hurts. People get these identities and they hold on to them. Like, I'm a Republican, just for instance. That's not me speaking. I'm just saying. But you could say, I'm a Republican. And then slowly someone starts looking at things and they realize maybe they're not a Republican anymore. But it's hard for them to abandon something they feel I've read a book about it and it summed it up perfectly. You're basically asking them to abolish their entire identity overnight and redo everything they are. And us as humans, as people, we cling on to our identity. We've been building it since we were teenagers.
I don't think people are asking Kevin Hart to change his identity overnight. They're just simply saying, with your current identity, you're not appropriate for the Oscars.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right. So, we asked the blamers to weigh in, and then we got Copper Top said, my biggest problem with this is that he said he'd break the dollhouse over a small child's head. That's uncalled for, no matter what he should have known better. I'm amazed that didn't start an investigation to assure he isn't abusing his kids. Okay, you saw that. I'm fine with him getting booted even if he has changed the things he said publicly remain. He should have deleted them if his feelings changed. Okay, so yeah. All right, then we got Bree Poe says people get in trouble all the time for bad tweets. He's not the first, and no, I don't think he should be judged because past actions and words don't necessarily express who you are now. Also, the person or persons who found that old tweet had to do a lot of work to find it. Maybe they should answer for the social media comments too. And then we have Heather from Kentucky, and she said, everyone has messed up somewhere at some point. People with feelings are why we can't have nice things. Maybe they should just use the robot from Lost in Space, although he's a male robot, so I'm sure the women would be offended by that too. That is Heather that said that.
Wait, say that one more time. You kind of laughed at the end there.
Said maybe they should just use the robot from Lost in Space, although he's a male robot, so I'm sure the women would be offended by that too. So that's what some of the blamers thought, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day,
I mean, the man was given a choice, and he said, I'm not backing off. So
he did, and he
basically said, I don't want to host the Oscars, so why are we even talking about it?
Well, a guy at work today came down and sat and talked to me for a while, black man I work with, and was on Kevin Hart's side. And he said, what? We're comedians. What are they going to do? Yeah. So, oh, well, and there we go. He won't be hosting. I think it's going to be actually no host this year.
No host.
I don't think they're going to have a host,
wow.
a designated host. So.
All right. Well, we got to get to this story.
All right.
This is the prophet speaks. That's right. Once again.
We need
So regular listeners of the show will know that David has been a herald of the anti-Amazon movement.
Even that being said, if you're going to be shopping this holiday season for Amazon, go to blameyourbrother.net and click on that Amazon link on the right side of the page. All right, go ahead.
Now, I personally love Amazon. It's made my life so much easier. In fact, I even ordered some Amazon Prime now today.
Okay.
I ordered something off the internet, and it was at my house within an hour.
Right.
Like, that is the future we were promised as kids.
Let's go back in history. Let's go back before World War II. Let's look at Germany. Let's just pick a random country. Germany.
Random.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so Germany comes in. Hitler comes in. He starts giving all these promises. We're going to be prosperous. We're going to and all people are like, yeah, they're going crazy, man, because this dude's coming in. And he is. The country goes from nothing to everything. But then people start looking around going, hey, man, what happened to that Jewish family over around the corner? And they're like, I don't know, man. They ask them to move. And they're like, oh, well, hey, we're still prosperous. Everything's going great. And then they go, hey, man, all the Jewish people are gone. Where are they? Oh, we sent them to these camps. They're just going to work for a while. Like, oh, yeah, man. Well, we're still doing great, man. Prosperity is on its way. And
so they put them in a cage.
Then they found out they were killing them. And the people still said prosperity equals happiness. So just because I love Amazon as well, but it does not mean it's not an evil empire. They're feeding us the things we want. So this is a story that is a legit story. I want to let you go ahead and set it up. Go ahead. So
the headline reads, Amazon's patent for caging workers was bad idea, exec admits. So one of the problems you have with Amazon is they introduce a lot of robot automation, AI possibly.
Robots, yeah.
And you're very anti-robot because I think you saw a movie once that had a Skynet
movie?
overlord that involved time travel and stuff.
Movie?
A couple of movies. I don't know.
Terminator, The Matrix, iRobot. Oh, what's the other one I just saw the other day?
Anyway, moving on. Mainly the Terminator, I think, is what set you off.
The Matrix.
So you're anti-robot. So the idea Amazon came up with is that they needed to protect workers in a warehouse environment where there's a lot of robots zooming around with dangerous parts. So they patented a employee cage where they put employees inside of a cage.
Inside a cage.
With a robotic arm so that they could manipulate things around them but be protected by the robots.
Or be locked in.
They're definitely
locked in. You're
they're
right.
Definitely locking employees inside of a cage.
Right. And they said this was for the safety of the employees only. I want to tell you, the only reason this thing didn't go through is because the wrong person got it out to the world. I'm telling you right now. they would have just implemented these on the floor. They would have started capturing humans up left and right. Hey, it's a cage, brother. Does anyone want to be in a cage anywhere, anytime?
A couple of times, like if you were in shark-infested waters.
But would you want to be in shark-infested waters?
There's
That's
people
the
that
question.
do.
Yeah, there's
they
dumb.
willingly get into
There's
the shark
dumb-dumbs,
cage.
okay?
Right.
If you're anywhere in a cage, guess what? You probably shouldn't be there. That's what I would say the general life is. Look at UFC. If you're inside that cage, you're in trouble.
Once
You
again,
shouldn't be
those
there.
people enjoy.
You're right.
So the Amazon employee cage is for a person that craves a little bit more adventure and excitement in their life.
Why is it so dangerous that these robots? I mean, why are we not reporting that? You're telling me this is such a danger to the people that work there that they tried this patent, number one. Number two, they haven't even fixed the problem. So we already know it is a problem. So I'm just thinking, I'm starting to think out loud here. I think Amazon employees are probably coming up missing.
I would say so.
And I think they're probably being paid off. Their families are getting paid off. Just saying, oh, it was a work accident. Oops, sorry. But really.
Can you put a price on a person's life?
Well, yeah, about $250,000.
Okay, well then what's the problem?
I'm just saying, it's weird these robots are unsafe by the story, not by me. Okay, I haven't been in the I wouldn't work there if robots were trying to swipe me on the side aisles. We know that story's true. We know that a robot worker hurt employees last week by ripping open a Bear mace canister. Okay, we know that. We know these are factual now. The facts are starting to get out. We know they've got drones coming. We know they've got all of our information. We know they're working on prowler, like Jaguar-style robots that can run and jump at people. Now, what is that needed for? Please, someone tell me. Is that to deliver packages? They're going to be running across the fields? I'm just telling you, all the writing's here, man. And how no one's made a movie about this or made a documentary or something. We need to get to the bottom of this. But Jeff Bezos is so wealthy, he'll just buy out all information.
Well, they admitted it was a bad idea. So obviously we're not going to see
once it got out and somebody reported it was a bad idea.
We're obviously not going to see the employee cage.
I'm just telling you. Hey, man, they're feeding us these little drops,
Do you not think that people would be more productive if they were caged at work?
No, I think that would be terrible. No man should be caged ever in this country, in this world, anywhere.
Not even to protect themselves from like hostile robots?
No, that's where things have gone wrong. We shouldn't be in an environment where hostile robots we need to be protected from.
But if there were hostile robots and the only method
Missile-
of survival was being in the cage, would you get in the cage?
No, I
Or would you risk it on the
I'd risk
floor?
it. I'd risk it. You guys, please go watch Black Mirror season 4, where this theme is talked about and the people are attacked by dog-style robots. And it's definitely Amazon that Black Mirror is wink, wink telling you about. Just go watch it. It's terrifying. Okay?
These cages are made to, quote, protect people from dark tunnels of mines, radioactive waste lakes, discarded shipping containers, and corporate factory dormitories. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Factory dormitories.
Yeah. I don't. That's the underbelly. It's like the privilege. It's like a pyramid where the wealthy live at the top.
I'm just saying.
Not caged, but everyone else lives in a cage in the
I want
corporate
someone
dormitory.
to start clipping these articles out for me and put together. Michael Anthony, you've been tasked. I want you to get all these articles. Me and you are going to start our own little journal, and we'll chronicle the last days of Earth when it happens. It'll be my new sidekick host. Me and Michael Anthony, the Amazon Takeover Show.
I'm sure it would be very captivating.
All right,
I
what
would watch
about
it.
Oprah? You love Oprah. Would you vote for her if she ran against Trump in 2020?
I would feel like I would vote just about for anyone.
So you would vote for Oprah versus Trump, and you had to vote for one.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Wow,
I'm going to say yes.
Terrible.
Would you? Or I guess if Oprah and Trump ran, there would have to be a viable third-party candidate. So I hope Oprah does win.
Okay.
Or run.
If I had to vote for Trump or Oprah. Ooh, I'd have to hear the debates if you want the truth.
you'd have to
I'd
vote
have to
for
hear the
Oprah.
debates. So I'm just telling you right now, it's 50-50. I could vote for either of them. I'm telling you that right now. So that tells you a lot.
I mean, Oprah's going to destroy Trump in a debate.
No, I don't. That's what they thought. That's what they thought last time.
And that's what happened.
He destroyed everyone he went against. Okay. So a councilwoman here in Nashville, that's where we record the show if you didn't know, Nashville, Tennessee. We have an airport here, and a councilwoman wants to rename the Nashville Airport after Oprah. The Oprah Winfrey Airport. Now, it's currently named after who? Some veteran.
It's just the international.
No, it's a veteran. It's in the story. It's named after like a guy that fought in the war. Like we were talking about earlier, probably a white guy that fought in a war. But anyway, it's named something else right now. All right, so What would you think about? I'll find it. What do you think about Oprah having an airport named after the Nashville Airport specifically?
I don't think it's necessary to name airports after anyone.
Well, George Bush had an airport named after him.
But that's the whole thing. It's like you're supposed to have made a substantial contribution to the airport or field of aviation. I'm not sure she's.
I thought it was. Oh, that's nice.
I'm not sure she's done either.
I thought it was the city. Are you sure?
Not what the.
Look at this. What is this? This is Oprah's network right here.
Okay, who cares?
I'm just saying, would you love that or no?
No, I would not love to have the airport named after Oprah. That's silly.
So you're against Oprah.
Not only that, but you can't even do it unless the person's been dead for 2 years.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's not true.
It is true.
I wish I had this.
Airport policy reportedly states an individual must be deceased for at least 2 years and have made a substantial contribution to the airport or field of aviation to have a building or facility named after them.
Oh, I guess so.
So it's not even, it's like.
Well, the councilwoman was saying
the councilwoman's probably just friends with Oprah, trying to get her name out there. So gearing up for election season.
Huh. Okay. So the Oprah, it ain't ever going to happen.
To be named after the airport? Hopefully not.
Okay.
I don't think Oprah should be named. I don't think airports are the prime candidate for Oprah to be named after. If they want to give her a street, sure. Give her a street.
All right. There you go. Give her a street. Oprah Winfrey.
I think there's more important figures to Nashville than Oprah Winfrey.
Like Kid Rock?
Definitely not.
Kid Rock bought over $80,000 worth of layaway for people in Walmart.
Well, then
Nashville.
let's give him an airport.
Well, what do you think about that? You ran him down like a dog. You ran him down like a dog last episode.
He was getting run down like a dog. And what does a cornered dog do?
You think that guy cares? Have you been to his website? He literally sells shirts that say, it's got Donald Trump on it. It says the D's missing. And it says Donald Trump. He says, yeah, you know where the D is or something
What does that mean? What does that even mean?
You know what it means, the D,
I wish I
bro.
did. I don't wish I knew what that means. I'm going to remain ignorant, hopefully. If please, nobody.
You think Kid Rock was concerned about, honestly, you think he was concerned about the public's opinion of him?
We talked about it last week. Honestly, his boys were disappointed, so I'm sure he was too.
On his website, he sells Donald Trump T-shirts, man. Literally.
Yes, he's a staunch
here's
Trump
the shirt.
supporter.
Here's the shirt. It says,
it's not surprising to anyone.
The D is missing because it is in every hater's mouth. He's got that one and a Trump one that says the D's missing because it's in
There's not even any Donald Trump anywhere on the T-shirt.
No. Not? They're not that one right there?
Is it a front back thing?
No, he sells Trump merchandise on his website. God, guns, and Trump. That's on Kid Rock's website.
That's okay. The apology that I gave everyone at the top of the hour, I rescind. Okay?
God. I
am deleting that tweet.
We should make a bet, the three of us at some point, and the loser has to wear this shirt.
It better be a bet that I'm guaranteed to win. I don't know if I could put that on. And
every episode for like a month, you have to wear that shirt.
Count me out, brother.
No,
there's some things you don't gamble with, and that's one.
Okay. So, anyways, Kid Rock, Donald Trump, Oprah Winfrey. There we go. All right. Are we going to do Dear John? We're just going to pass it by this week.
Well, let's just pass it by. Okay. We're running out of time here.
So, no Dear John this week. We got a few in the can, so we'll get them back to when John. We hope John, hope he's back with us next week. He works the midnight shift, and he's, not getting enough sleep, new kids. So, it's rough, man. I did that for a while, and it was not fun. So, you got to send him a message, tell him he's missed on the show. All right, do we have anything else?
We just need a key for the week.
We need a major key. Well, it's hit it.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
There's not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
It's time for a major key. This episode went fast. I can't believe it's already been an hour. It is insane.
Yeah, I know. You're ready to just keep going. You're like, let's do a Dear John. Let's talk about Kid Rock again.
Let's do 3 Dear Johns. Okay. So major key is where we come up with a life lesson gained from today's episode. What have you written down anything?
Not really, but I was thinking something about cages or David being a prophet maybe. I don't know.
don't know.
Put them in cages or don't put them in cages don't get in the cage.
Don't get in the cage.
Don't
How
get
about
in the
that?
cage.
There you
All
go.
right,
That's
there
your
you go.
major key of the week.
I got the keys now.
I mean, that is actually good advice.
That is very good advice.
If anyone ever tries to put you in a cage, don't
do
go.
it. I tell you, it's always
don't
bad.
go.
It's always bad. Stay away from Amazon. But hey, we know you're all shopping at Amazon. We do need you to go to our website, blameyourbrother.net, and please click on that Amazon link. Go buy a bunch of things, and we will get a small percentage of sales. It really helps the show move forward. New equipment helps us keep things going. Maybe new T-shirts down the road, all that good jazz. Just go buy it. We know everyone's using Amazon. I'm using it. Lee's using it. John's probably using Groupon, but whatever. Anyways, the Amazon link, go use it. All of our social media links are at the website, so go follow us on social media. Engage with us, Facebook, Twitter, like we did this week. And we're streamed every Thursday, like we were today, on Radio Vegas Rocks. If you go to radiovegas.rocks, you can go check us out. Not Playing Stupid, and a lot of other great podcasts that are out there. So go check it out. It's also got radio shows and the whole gamut. And the great gift this season, besides you going on Amazon and spending $10,000, would be ordering a Blame Your Brother t-shirt. We've got a bunch of designs. If you go to the website, click on the link, it takes you. You get the shirts. They're great quality. I've purchased a few myself. We sent a few out. You'll love them. They're great. Go get them. And if you want to send us an email anonymously or your actual name, there is a contact button right there. You can put any email you want in there, any name you want. Send us a question. Tell us what the show was like. Tell us if you would vote for Trump or Oprah or whatever you want to do. And if you get real bold, there's a send a voicemail button on the side. Click on that. Start talking. And if we like it, we'll play it on the show. So, well, I guess we nailed it. John, hope you get to feeling better, buddy. And with that being said, Lee, anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Welcome to Memory of the Week. Today is Thursday, December 13th, 2018, the 347th day of 2018, and 18 days off in the year. On December 13th, 2003, Saddam Hussein was captured by U.S. forces while hiding in a hole under a farmhouse in Hadwar, Iraq. That is today's Memory of the Week. David, John, and Lee, back to you.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.